L'espoir était pionnier, les vitons j'étais, et les gens dans les opas, les gisons l'étaient, on pourra.
Hello hippies or non-hippies, whoever else you may be. So, as most of you may know, my one and only personality trait is being in love with Timothée Chalamet. I did a tier list video the other day listing childhood TV shows, but that's not going to be up for a while because I have to refilm it because of sound issues. So, I don't really want to talk about it. But that really put me in like a tier list making mood because it was very fun sharing my opinions that no one asked for. So I wanted to do another one, and I searched to see if anyone had done one on Timothée, and no one had, at least not on YouTube, so I was very confused. I searched Timothée Chalamet on the tier list site, and one came up for his roles and another came up for like his outfits, which I could do as well in another video. But I looked at the roles one and I didn't really want to do all of them because it's too much. I'm just gonna do his main characters, films where he was a main character or supporting character, not some background nonsense. I chose 10 of his roles. I'm just gonna hop right into it. So starting off with the tier list that I created, there are 5 levels. Top 1, Untouchable. Nobody else could do this role. He really snapped. The role was made for him, specifically for him. I would like to see anyone else try, basically. Iconic, it's like when you think of Timothée Chalamet, what do you think of? His iconic roles. This is it. You know, if you don't think of the Untouchable ones, you think of the iconic ones, you know? Still love him. It was a role. Like, it was a character. He did it. I still love him. I'll still support him no matter what. It was a role. Okay. It was okay. I watched it. I probably won't watch it again, but I watched it, you know? Like, I did my part. Also, would like to just say this is more based off of the scripts, if I'm honest, than his acting, because obviously he's an amazing actor, but just the script didn't do him justice, kind of, if that makes sense. I would not like to discuss it. I think it's pretty self-explanatory, if I'm honest. Realistically, you'd think it's Timothée Chalamet. He's a god. Probably won't be a film or anything in that level. You'd be surprised. But again, I would not like to discuss it. So we're just gonna move on and we're just gonna get started. I'm gonna first I've got 10 and there's 5 levels. So I'm just gonna put 1 in every level just to like calibrate it so you can kind of see what I mean, like examples for my explanations in case you didn't like exactly get it. And then the other 5 I'll just put in to the corresponding role. Okay, so starting off with arguably his most popular role, his most popular film, I guess. Call Me By Your Name, my favourite film in the whole world, in case I haven't mentioned it 2,000 times. It's not the first time I've seen Timothée, it's the first movie I've seen of his. I first saw him in the trailer for Lady Bird, and then I was like, ooh, that's a hot guy, I want to go see that film. I also liked the plot, but he caught my eye. And then I was on Twitter and I saw an edit of him and I was like, whoa, who's this hot guy? Because he looks different in Lady Bird than he does in Call Me By Your Name, so I didn't put 2 and 2 together. And someone told me it was Call Me By Your Name, so I watched it illegally and then I just kept watching it 10,000 times and then I fell in love. And then I saw it in theatres, but so that was in 2017. I've been a stan since before he hit 1 mil on Twitter. On Twitter. I meant on Instagram. I don't think he has 1 million on Twitter yet. Before he hit 1 mil on Instagram. I think he's at like 6 now. What this has to do with Call Me By Your Name, I don't know. So yeah, Call Me By Your Name, obviously Untouchable. I would say it would be disrespectful to put Elio in iconic, even though he is technically iconic. He's just another level. Like, you cannot touch him. To go on the opposite end of the spectrum in I would not like to discuss it, Gatsby. I don't know his last name, but his name is Gatsby from A Rainy Day in New York.
New York on a misty day. Can't tell why it means something to me, but it means everything.
I would say I strongly disliked this film. I rated it a 3 out of 10. I just didn't like it. Taking Timothée out of the film, not even discussing him, not even talking about him, Just the film in general, I did not like. Putting Timothy back into it is what gave it more points, and only 3. It was just weird. I didn't like the way it was shot. The actors, I've seen most of like the main characters in other things. Timothée, Elle Fanning, Selena Gomez, Jude Law, whoever else I'm forgetting. They're all really good actors, and yet in this film they were all acting really badly, but like for the same reason, and I just can't tell what the reason is. It was just weird direction, also the editing, also just the storyline and the plot in general. I didn't understand. I did not like the film. So I would not like to discuss it, even though I just did. We'll not be discussing it further. Next. Iconic. If you go to TikTok and you ask someone who Timothée Chalamet is, they'll probably say the dude from Lady Bird.
I'm just happy.
I didn't lose my virginity to you.
Wait. What?
I lost my virginity to Cassie Duvall.
Excuse me? You said you were a virgin.
I didn't, because I'm not. And I haven't lied in 2 years.
Oh, Jesus.
Lady Bird is iconic. Technically the first time I've seen Timothée because of the Lady Bird trailer. He wasn't in the film like a whole lot, but he was in for a good chunk of it. Top tier acting. Well, not top tier, is it? I didn't put it at the top. Lady Bird is in my top 3 favorite films. Is that correct? Top 4. I think 3 and 4 of my favourite films are kind of iffy, so we'll say top 3. Okay, one for Still Love Him would be Miss Stevens. That's the 3rd film I've seen Timothée in. I'll be honest, I don't know if I saw Lady Bird or Miss Stevens first, because I obviously heard about Lady Bird before Miss Stevens, but Miss Stevens was on Netflix before Lady Bird even came out into theatres. So I don't know which one I saw first, but I did fall in love with him. It helped, it assisted.
You should go back to your room.
Okay.
Okay.
What? Hey, what? My hand, Miss Stevens.
Billy.
I can't. I feel an urge to knock on people's doors.
Billy. No, Billy. 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 Go back to your room. People are trying to sleep, Billy.
You're right. We shouldn't be in the hallway.
Billy.
We should probably go inside.
Billy. No. Billy.
It's obviously not his best film, it's not his most popular film either, but the character I still love. I'm pretty sure I have text messages of like when I fell in love with him to Courtney. It would have been a long time ago, 2017. Can I even go that far back? Ugh, when was this? Ew! Ew, that's just disgusting. Okay. Yikes. Okay, I can't find it, but I just found so much that I really did not need to see. Just gonna move on. Love the character, love him in it. He's very cute, adorable. I like the film also in general. It's kind of weird, but I like it. Again, he's not the main character, but he's a supporting character. It's a great film. You should definitely watch it. Next. And then in OK, I don't even know what his character's name in this, but it's like a short film thing. It's on YouTube if you want to watch it. It's very bizarre. It's called Spinners, and so many things happen.
Bitch.
Hey, how old are you guys?
18.
Okay, you don't ever play with mommy's guns. Not ever, 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 ever. Do you know why? Because you're gonna get a really big boo-boo.
I ain't retarded.
What? No. Yeah, you're not.
Relax, bro. Relax. Yo, we have this transaction or what?
I ain't selling no babies.
Wow. All right, then deuces. We will take our business elsewhere.
I don't remember how I came across it, but I'm so glad that I did, but also at the same time, I could have lived without seeing that. It's just weird and strange. I was very confused throughout it, and then at the end, with like, so many things happen. It's been, what, 3 years since I've watched that, and I still remember every detail of it burned into my mind. It's just strange. So yeah, that's definitely in okay, because when I think of Timothée Chalamet, that's not the first thing that pops into my head. So that's all calibrated for you. Do you understand the lists now? I mean, you probably did before when I explained it, but just to give some more clarification, you can kind of see like what I was going for. So now to do the other half, the rest of the 5. Put in another iconic one, Nick Chef. I loved Beautiful Boy. It's top 10, top 8, maybe higher film. My favorite films.
I felt better than I ever had, so I just kept on doing it.
I was worried that you were smoking too much pot. Meanwhile, you're out doing every drug on the planet and hiding it and lying. Why?
I don't know.
Why? Nick, tell me why.
I don't know.
I thought we were close. I thought we were closer than most fathers and sons.
Man, I feel like you're always disappointed in me. You're disappointed I didn't go to college.
Can you blame me? Just not too long ago, you were reading and you were writing and you were on the water polo team. And look at us now.
Dad,
this isn't us.
Stop.
This is not who we are.
Please, both of you, stop.
Dad, I'm really sorry about everything.
I was crying throughout 3/4 of it, I would say. I wasn't crying at the very beginning, but very close into it, I started crying and then it just didn't stop. I don't know if I still have a clip of me leaving the theatre, because I'm pretty sure I was gonna vlog it, but then I just didn't. So I have a clip of me crying. If I still have it, then I'll insert it here.
More than half of the movie. No idea. Literally for more than half of the movie I've been crying. I really hated that. Okay. There was not one point in that film that I was happy. From the beginning I was sad, and then I just kept getting sadder and sadder and sadder.
Okay, but yeah, much enjoyed. Big, like, very good. Also the curls, very good curls. Also the fact that Nick Chef is an actual person. I don't think any of his other roles are actual people. They're all like fictional. But Nick Chef is an actual person, so that's very cool. Laurie, what's his last name? Theodore Lawrence, that is his last name. Okay, yeah, Theodore Lawrence. One of my favorite characters of his, favorite roles. One of my favorite of his characters. I liked him in it. One of my favorites. One of my favorite films as well. I rated it a 10 out of 10. Also the outfits and everything and his personality and just everything. Very good. Much enjoyed it.
I've always known I would marry Rich. Why should I be ashamed of that?
There's nothing to be ashamed of, as long as you love him.
Well, I believe we have some power over who we love. It isn't something that just happens to a person.
I think the poets might disagree.
Yeah, I would say Untouchable, because even though Christian Bale did play him originally, or was that the first film? No, Douglas Montgomery played him originally, but we're not even gonna reference? I don't know what word I'm looking for, but we're just gonna forget about Douglas. Christian Bale did play him, Laurie, and he did a swell job. But obviously, I would say it goes Douglas, and then Christian Bale like a significant amount on top, and then Timothy just like right there, you know. So I don't know if anyone else would agree. I feel like it's a pretty popular opinion to put Elio as a like top tier. I feel like that's a very popular opinion, I feel. I don't know how popular it would be for me to put Laurie at the same level as Elio. I don't think it's unpopular. I don't think it's the most popular opinion. I don't know. But yeah, I think I'm confident in that placement. Next, the King. King Henry VIII. 5th. King Henry V. Here's the thing, yeah. I don't know if a lot of people didn't like the film. I feel like it's definitely not his most popular film. I don't think it's even top 3 of his most popular films. I think that would be Call Me By Your Name, Little Women, and Lady Bird. Maybe even Beautiful Boy. But I definitely don't think The King is like up there. It is for me just purely based on him. Realistically speaking, if he wasn't in the film, probably wouldn't watch it. I don't think I'd have that much interest. That being said, have you seen him in it?
Why did you bring war to France?
Your father came on spoiling.
Oh, so? How was he spoiling?
He sent an assassin.
At first, when like pictures started circulating, is that a word? Pictures started, yeah, circulating with his bowl cut. Like when it first got cut, I was like, ooh, that's a bit rough. Like obviously it's for a role. He didn't do that to himself just because he wanted a bowl cut. But in the film, obviously when it started to look more natural and less like a fresh cut, I started to very much so like it. Also based off of what the dude supposedly looked like. I don't want to be controversial. I don't want hate. I don't want to be cancelled. But because I do know that Timothy's hair is a very important thing to a lot of people. Like whether they liked it long or kind of short, like in Call Me By Your Name, which one's superior. I would say that the bowl cut is a valid, it's in the race as well.
Why would you say something so controversial yet so brave?
I'm not gonna say which I prefer the most because I'm honest, I don't know. But I would say it has a right to be considered. I'm not a fan of his hair straight, like how he had it in like high school and like in Miss Stevens. I'm not a fan of that because he looks like a mad con boy. I do think we shouldn't just dismiss the bowl cut so quickly just because it's a wild choice, you know. In OK, Hot Summer Nights. See, it was not one of my favourite films. I can't say that I watched it more than once. I can't even say that I finished it. I think I watched 3/4 of it. I didn't finish it, I'll be honest. I'll say it. I didn't like it. But that being said, I didn't like it as much as I didn't like A Rainy Day in New York. A Rainy Day in New York, I hated. Hot Summer Nights, it was a fun, cool watch to just watch once. A Rainy Day in New York, I wish I didn't even watch it once, you know? So, yeah, I wouldn't say I dislike it as much as I just don't like it.
I got Wellfleet, Chatham, most of Falmouth, half of New Bedford, my cousin down in Quincy, my guy up in Marblehead. If we can get Framingham, that's
15 pounds a week. Holy shit.
I wasn't a huge fan of the film, so I'm just gonna put his character in OK because it definitely, I'm fine with discussing it. We can talk about it. I will not talk about A Rainy Day in New York. Is that the last one? Oh, and then it's not a film, but Timothée Chalamet in the Oscar and Grammy worthy performance of Statistics. We'll put that in Still Love Him.
Timmy, it's your boy Lil Timmy Tim. Yeah. What up, statistics class? I'm coming through live from G25. Yeah. Live from G25. Let's go. Statistic, yep. Statistic, yep. Statistic, yep. Statistic, yep. Miss Law M. Miss Law M. Miss Law M. Miss Law M.
I do feel that it's worthy of being an iconic, but I don't know if I can bring myself to do that. I know all of the words. If it was on Spotify, it would probably be in my most frequently played. I don't really have much to say about it other than what I already have. And I think I said what I said, and I meant what I said. So I think that's it. Okay, well, yeah, thanks for watching. If you want me to do the outfit one, you can tell me. I probably will do it anyways, even if nobody tells me they want me to do it. So look forward to that. Look forward to that. Look forward for that. Look out for that. Look. Yeah. Okay, thanks. I have all my social medias in the description. I have Instagram, Snapchat, Twitter, Spotify, and Discord. Subscribe to my channel, post notifications, all the YouTube things. Goodbye.
Twerking with